Welcome to PIL, the Planetside Infantry League. This is 6v6. Two teams containing 6 players face off each other on a pre-selected base for 2 rounds of 15 minutes. The goal is simple: try to outscore your opponent. There are many ways to score points. Each kill of your opponent grants 1 point, with a few exceptions. A kill with a rocket launcher is worth 0 points. A kill as a max unit is also worth 0 points. But killing an enemy max unit will grant you 6 points no matter the weapon. The first capture or defense grants your team a total of 9 points. After this, a capture in the same round will grant your team a total of 18 points. As you gain points, there are some actions of which you will lose points. A team kill or a suicide makes you lose 2 points. A team kill on a max or suicide as 1 makes you lose 8 points. Each team starts from a designated spawn position from a vehicle called the Sunder. When the first round ends, both teams will switch sides. The team with the highest score at the end of 2 rounds wins the match. May the best team win.
Hey, it's me, Gelos. I'm gonna be casting today. This is my co-caster Billy.
Hi.
We're casting a BHOT versus DDRG, filling in for the caster that was going to be here, who has some technical issues. So I'm gonna be filling in today. The maps for today, let's go over those. First one is going to be Paris, and the second one is going to be Aiken South. So a nice variety kind of map split there. Both of these are played pretty differently, honestly. But we'll talk about that afterwards. Let's talk about the rosters.
Hell yeah. And for this one, we've got the full rosters as usual on screen, but I've got the roster of the players that will actually be playing. We can go over those. We'll start with BHOT, I guess, since they're first on your screen. And we'll be seeing Saiyan, Slendy, James. So 3 strong heavies also started off. Those James might be playing LA here. We've seen him do it before and do pretty well. Richard, another one that can play both heavy or light assault. Then Durdle, who I suspect will be bolting then. Could also flex light assault though. A lot of flex rolls on this roster.
A lot of flex rolls,
yeah. Noticing. And then to close it out, we've got Dizzy Knight, another heavy player.
Yep. And then for the DDRG team, because I do see them on my script here, we've got Doc P, Sundri, Enzak, Essing Power, Yolda, and Simple Nub. Yolda, I believe he's the bolter for them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
absolutely. He's a known bolter.
Yep, so they're going with a bolt player on this particular map.
And they have Doc P and Essing, who can both play very strong heavy assault and LAs as well. So both teams actually good amount of flex rolls. Yolda can also easily switch out and play heavy.
That said, I think they're going to have their have a rough time if they're fighting James on the roof, because we have seen from his previous matches a lot of strength from his LA play. So if he's playing LA, which I suspect BHOT will want to put him in the LA role, we're going to see some nice plays there by James, even if he's getting 2v1 or so. I still expect him to do pretty well, honestly.
What I'm a bit surprised by from the BHOT side is that they're not playing Liddy on this map, which I think she is incredibly strong on, because it really suits her playstyle of baiting back and forth and just going up and down constantly, moving extremely fast. Can be very strong as LA on this map.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and open up the in-match screen. We can actually take a look.
In 1 minute.
Take a look at the map just before we get started here. This is Paris. This is a L-shaped centric map. This is mostly the meta here, but we have seen other players, other teams like Ram, who play on the outside here and instead bait the teams into playing on the open field where the point is. It's up in the air whether DDRG is going to play that way. I suspect BHOT's going to centralize the L.
We'll start in 1 minute 30 seconds.
I suspect BHOT is going to be centralizing the L, really prioritizing and making it sure that is what they're going to be mostly inside of right now, and then potentially some flankers out here. As for the DDRG team, I don't know exactly what they're going to do. They've been a little bit more mysterious as for how they play. For me, anyway.
Well, I think that's honestly just an issue of I think both of us not really casting or seeing many of their practice matches.
Yep.
Though what I have seen from them is usually a double LA play on this one, on the L shape, and they have especially Essing power, but Doc P basically almost as strong, two incredible LA players that can really make use of that L shape.
Yeah.
So I do fully expect that double LA.
Now, if both teams are prioritizing L, we're going to expect, like you said, a lot of LA play. Double LAs potentially from DDRG, 1 to 2 LAs from the BHOT side, because the BHOT side is going to be starting here. They're going to have a slight advantage because of this small head glitch right here. But overall, very balanced in terms of who's going to get roof control. So we don't really know exactly who's going to win that. And then whoever wins that roof control can have a pretty big effect on the rest of the map, whether it's point control here or balcony control in order to get inside the second floor and then clear off window cubby.
4,
Oh, we're starting.
3,
Yep.
2, 1.
There
Go,
we
go, go.
So taking a look at the BHOT team, we've got a double LA strat, 1 bolter, and 3 heavies. So we're going a little bit lesser on the heavy strategy, really prioritizing roof.
I see the exact same opening composition from the DDRG team. However, one of the LAs didn't go up on the roof, but rather stayed inside and is helping out here. Playing Horizon, Essing power. And now he goes up, immediately goes down to James though.
Yep, James does take...
trade him back, but yeah,
he gets him, yep.
Actually, nice.
Nice serpent play there by Doc P, really going aggressive on him. You can notice, by the way, I believe that was Essing, Essing power going with a Horizon this time around, which is that's a good, solid choice for this.
I saw Sub playing Essing power, playing Horizon on this map just earlier, and I think it worked out great for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, Essing power known for that Horizon. I can see it working, yeah.
So now it looks like we've got BHOT in control of the second floor. Looks like the opener has gone a little bit in favor of... Or, I'm sorry, not BHOT, I'm sorry, DDRG in favor of BDDRG. They've got second floor. It's going a little bit in favor of them. They did win the opener a bit here.
They do also have point control currently.
Yep.
Not a lot of time on it yet, but obviously nice to have.
Yeah, definitely.
Dodge taps the point for a bit. Does take damage down, has to back off.
Take a look at the roof again. Looks like, Doc P actually gets both Richard and James. Oh, I see. Sundry
window,
actually.
I think,
Sundry actually
I think
assisted.
that was Sundry from window helping out.
Yep.
That was a very well team played.
Doc P gets a second from window cubby. DDRG
Well,
overall.
Richard and James coming into balcony though.
DDRG overall keeping a good amount of control inside of L. They did finally just get cleaned off. There's one heavy upstairs, but he might back off at this. Oh, no, maybe not. Actually, it's simple enough. He's going to back to balcony. Let's see what he does. He's going to flank here on James, but he gets spotted out by Richard.
Sees him.
Oh, and he does get taken down.
Map is actually playing SMG heavy here. So, not an incredibly uncommon pick on this map, but I haven't seen Simple play it in a good while. Hussein gets crossfired by 3 players.
Yep. Slendy here does actually manage to trade one out, though, but gets taken down himself by Doc P.
Richard actually on the eye shape of DDRG here. That's incredibly exposed, and he does almost die.
Yolda here playing Roof Eye as Bolter. We've seen this quite a few times now, but it's always a super strong spot, no matter who you can put up here. But Bolter can be really game-changing, especially to deal with those LA.
Yeah, it just puts so much pressure on the enemy LAs, having the bolt up there. And you can control about half the area of point. Sane running around.
Yeah,
below,
take a look at San. He doesn't. I don't think Yolda or San realize each other is super close to each other. Oh, but Yolda's coming in. He gets taken down by 2 heavies anyway beforehand. San was going for a flank here. He didn't have enough support though to keep him alive.
BHOT got the point in the middle again and is currently in control. So at least they got their point back towards them, but they're not they're still behind on kills. Not an awful lot, but DDRG definitely in the lead.
James here holding on roof. He's got that head glitch spot, so it doesn't look like he wants to move just yet. Oh, no, I take that back. He's going second floor now. He's going to get sup. Or, I'm sorry, not sup. Simple nub.
And he
heads
manages to
immediately
run
back to
back
roof.
to the roof as well. Is he running Icarus jets?
I think so. He
think
moved
is,
very
yeah.
quickly there.
I saw Doc P still using skirmishes on these, and I feel like that's actually almost a rarity by now.
Yeah, I would say
Players
so.
using skirmishes on this map specifically.
Yeah, there's a certain couple of maps there that Icaruses are just really, really seeming to be the meta. This map is definitely one of them. Oh, that was a nice double pick there in second floor.
Yeah, and Essing as well jumped off the balcony and died for it. Even got a third one there.
Now the rest of the DDRG team starting to get regrouped here. The point difference is now only by about two points, 25 to 27 in favor of DDRG right now. Very, very close match still.
Very close. Dirtle flipping point now. If either team manages to get a point cap, it could be game deciding here. But there is obviously still a second round.
Slendy there with a double pick, both on a heavy and an LA. He might get a third here.
I do want to say I think it is easier to cap from the side BHOT is currently playing. However, those sides will be switched, of course, for the second round.
Doc P heading on up to try and deal with James on roof.
Passing power here to back him up now.
Yep. Oh, oh, what happened there, James? Hello? James kind of
wore Yeah, he just swapped into the sky for me.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but that's Oh, and he goes down too, as he attempted to do a little bit of bunny hopping to Essing.
Doc P drops onto Saiyan and Dizzy and takes them both, I think, unless someone else stole the kill there. But he did. Yeah, he got them both. That was brilliant. He just dropped in the middle of them and picked them both.
Dirtle there gets a body off of Essing, so he's going to have to be forced to retreat a little bit there. James now, oh, but James walked right into Essing's crossfire against Doc P as well, and there goes Richard too to Essing power. He gets a double.
This is looking like a very strong hold from DDRG. This
absolutely.
is going to be hard to breach, actually.
Yeah, there's now a 10-point gap in favor of DDRG, and they're getting a little bit more point control than they had earlier.
I mean, some of the players on the roster of BHOT are known for flanking through V-shape, but that's going to be hard with this much control.
Yeah, this much roof control makes it super hard just to move around the map in general. James now heading on up to try and harass Essing. He does actually get Essing as well.
Also, Yolda still bolting on top of V-shape is just so annoying to deal with for the BHOT team.
Ooh, James might get a second. He gets a second. He gets both LAs are now down for the DDRG team. Essing now about to head back up. So James, if he's smart anyway, he will look at that. Oh, but Slendy actually deals with Essing before he comes up. So roof control continues to stay in favor of BHOT, which is going to be very nice for them because there are two heavies down here on balcony. James taking one of them.
So on the other side of the map, Richard just forced Yolda off of V-shape, which was good. However, Yolda immediately jumps back up on I-shape again. It looks like he's intending to just stay on these roofs for the entirety of the time. Never mind, he's jumping on point now.
Doc P and Essing Power both take roof control for right now. Richard going around to try and at least harass, but he's going to be met with a lot of resistance. Oh, and he goes down to Simple Nub below. And here comes Doc P with another push as well, but he gets taken down. A bit of aggressive push there by Doc P, but trying to clean up, I suppose. Inside, however, we got Sundry. Oh, and was that a bolter?
I think the bolters are fighting over the point. No.
Dirtle actually got a double there off of both Sundry and Simple.
Those were nice shots then.
That was a very nice shot.
I didn't even see him.
Yeah, I completely missed over him.
However, this is still a 10-point lead for DDRG and point control, which is getting flipped now, but it's down to 30 seconds.
Yep.
If DDRG can get back on this point. And those 9 points would put them at a quite comfortable lead.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's already a 10-point lead in favor of them. So getting that comfortable 19-point lead as well, that would be really, really nice because of the 9 points on top of the 10.
We see a roof battle here again, and DDRG actually loses it completely. BHOT had a little help there from Slendy, but that was well played from the BHOT allies.
Oh, a nice little death ball there takes out Simple Nub very, very easily. There was just way too much for him to deal with.
They should be getting on point now, BHOT. Whoa, what's happening here?
Oh, no, I think I see
Yoda's
San.
holding it.
San is
Yeah.
on point now.
That was
So
a
he's
nice
gonna...
pick on Yoda, actually.
It was, yeah.
By saying there.
Ooh, a drop down here by both LAs. They get Slendy. They're heading on inside. They might get
They
Dizzy
must
as
have
well.
been
They get
caught
him.
out, though. Yeah, and James drops behind them and gets Doc P.
So they got 2 there, but unfortunately they got traded out because both LAs went down as well.
So BHOT now getting a bit of point control, and I feel like they're back in this match as well. They're not completely locked out anymore. It's
Point
looking
gap has
closer again.
gone from 10 to now 6 only, 7 now. But yeah, it's getting a lot closer.
Looking like DDRG not managing to run away with this lead.
No,
BHOT
as much as they're
caught
trying
them.
to. Oh, a nice drop down here onto Sand. Oh, Dizzy gets
Dizzy
2.
Knight gets the cleanup.
Oh, actually, that was Slendy that technically got both of those kills, so a good crossfire by both of them.
That was a good team play done.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, well done. Dizzy's still on this balcony now, about to flank the DDRG heavies, trying to set up the camp here.
Ooh, James comes in to clean up Enzag, not realizing that the window Cubby Sundry and dealt with him very fast. Dizzy also getting pushed there, goes down.
James kind of tunnel visioning there. He could
Yeah.
have seen Sundry there easily. That's unfortunate.
Richard here, just doing a little harassment on.
DDRG once
Oh,
again
no.
in point control.
James just went down as soon as he got to roof. Richard, being alone there, had to kind of push and delay any drop downs, but he also went down. Now there is a flank in the back. Oh,
yeah,
but Slendy goes down.
Yoda.
But Sand's about to meet 4 heavies. There he goes down.
Yeah. If you are BHOT at this point, would you still go for point control, Gallows? Would you still try and stop that cap, or would you just give it up since it's so close?
Since the ref actually called 5 minutes, I don't think we're going to see them go straight for points at this point, because it's getting really, really close. But they gotta get some more control, because they're going to start feeding some of these points a little too much if they go straight for point. And here it is, that window unit right there.
Okay. Let's see.
And a nice drop
James
there onto
takes up
Jaeger.
Sundry, though, in window. That's very nice, and that gives them a lot more control. And there's the point flip by Slendy.
Yep.
And now it's going to be ticking back towards them. That's actually quite valuable right now for them. They
Yep.
really needed that.
Absolutely. James. Oh, no, Essing with a double.
Very well played.
Yep, that gives him roof control, and look what happens. He's got roof control, so he's going to take down Slendy as well.
And those were the Horizon plays right there. He could just hip fire, where with other guns he would have had to ADS. Dizzy takes him down finally, though.
Yeah, as he attempted to do a drop.
Yoda is already on the point, reflipping it towards DDRG again.
Now, BHOT does have window control. If they were to play this smart, they would probably just peek this for a second. Well, make sure, yep, there's the peek for Dizzy. He's making sure nobody's on point. And there's James and Slendy for the drop down onto point itself.
And Richard's trying to contest these LAs, but... Oh, okay, he managed to push them off, actually, but he's so exposed towards the point. Actually takes down Yoda.
Yep.
That was well done by Richard and Essing.
It's very important to get that bolter.
Well. He gets Doc as well.
Oh, phenomenal playing here by Richard.
Right now
he might get another. He got another off of Sundry inside.
Richard's having the play of his day right here. Because, you know, Richard's always incredible. This is barely a play of the day for him.
Make sure you keep spamming those glitches to help Big Rich.
And there he is again, trying to deal with both allies at once, and that's not going to go for him now. He has to back off.
Ooh, he does go down to Essing Power with that Horizon.
Yeah,
and a second
Horizon. You can just hip fire at a head switch like that.
Essing just doing a lot of work with that Horizon. He's plus 10 net right now.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Doing so well with that one.
A nice push there by Doc P, completely cleaning up bottom floor. BHOT, despite the small hold they were able to get onto point there, completely lost L control now at this point.
However, BHOT did manage to put the timer back in their favor so far that it's going to be very tough for DDRG at this point to get the cap. It's about 1 minute and 7 seconds out, and that's about 1 minute 40-ish left in the match, I think. So it's going to be incredibly easy for BHOT to deny the cap at this point.
San here was going for a flank, but he got spotted out. He had to retreat after making one pick. Now a push here by BHOT. One gets taken down, but traded back out.
Scores are still 10 points apart, so still a nice lead for DDRG, but definitely nothing to get comfortable on.
Now at this point, if BHOT even manages to make it flash a little bit, they'll probably be able to save this timer, not have to worry about the timer the entire time that's left over. And there it goes. There goes the flash.
I don't think that's quite enough yet, but yeah, it should be relatively
It's very
safe
close,
at this point. Yeah.
1 minute remaining.
Yeah.
Sand here with one pick off of Simple. He does still have to deal with Doc P, though. He's got support by Dirtle as well. Oh, he's going to go out here, too. He does not care that he went all the way out to his spawn.
Doc tries to charge up on the roof, but James just holds that roof down for BHOT.
Now, Slendy, you can see here, he's covering I building for the crossfire. If any of those players want to start getting aggressive, this is probably a good time. Slendy instead choosing to go for a spawn kill. Oh, and he goes down as soon as that kill happens. But you can see here, Richard taking advantage of it, and San also trying for the clean on the back end.
Oh yeah, it feels like that just caused a bunch of chaos in the DDRG team, and then San and Slendy were able to get picks because of it.
San and Richard, rather.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, correct. Slendy was the one causing the trouble. Clay?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First half over.
Okay, so the scores right now,
So
83 to 91 in favor of DDRG. Not a comfortable lead, but a small lead. And no cap.
Not too bad, but also nothing to chill out about. You still wanna play hard the second round.
Yeah, you definitely want to be very, very careful with what's going to happen on this next half.
Okay, apparently we're having script issues again, but we're just gonna have to stick with this one unless we hear something else from the referee.
Yeah, we won't worry too much about it. So let's take a look at the individuals since we have a couple seconds here.
Yeah.
So again, BHOT versus DDRG, 83 to 91 in favor of DDRG. We've got on the BHOT team, James +4 net, Slendy +4 net. Both of these guys going a decent amount for their team. 23 kills by James, 19 deaths, and 17% HSR. Doing an okay job as LA as well, considering how strong Essing has been on that roof. And then we've got on the DDRG team, Essing Power, 8 net, 26 kills, top frag of the game right now, and
Very
decent,
well done.
Yeah, decent HSR as well, considering. But that's actually not too unexpected. Of course, the Horizon is that one gun. If anybody doesn't know what that one is, that's the one that has the like center dot cone of fire as you're jumping for hip fire, and it spreads out as you go.
It's an incredibly fun gun to play with, and if you haven't done it yet, if you're watching the stream and you haven't tried that gun yet, you should do it. It's great.
Yeah, it is a super nice gun to
Just
use.
make sure to get capsulate ammo if you're new to this game and don't know. I've never tried it. Get capsulate ammo on it. Otherwise, it's awful without.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, that's a really nice gun to be using, and we don't see it very often in this tourney, unfortunately. The other LA for the DDRG team being Doc P going at +6 net as well, 22 kills, 16 deaths. So overall,
will start in about 2 minutes.
So overall, DDRG doing a really good job on that LA game, really kind of keeping the score high enough up to allow the rest of the team to kind of get regrouped and such. Because right now, for both teams anyway, they're mostly equal, except for Dizzy Knight, who is going 3 kills and 16 deaths. He's having a rough one on this one.
Yeah, so I have news about that, by the way. There's a substitution happening. DBO is coming in for Dizzy Knight.
Probably a smart play. I'm not sure if Dizzy's having like frame issues. He usually does not go that poorly in a scrim.
No, Dizzy, a very strong player. Usually.
Yeah. So that 3 kills and 16 deaths is a big anomaly.
I saw him doing a lot of support things. You can see he's got 14 damage assists. That's pretty decent. So yeah, I wouldn't say he did nothing this round. He did a lot of support stuff, but I can see why Dizzy would feel like something.
Second half starts in 1 minute.
And DBO coming in strong LA player, wondering who they're gonna switch, or maybe DBO will play Heavy Assault. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. But of course, yeah, you are right. DBO is a known light assault player. So what they might end up doing is swapping Richard out for DBO on roof, and then having Richard play that heavy, strong heavy game. I would actually keep James on the roof, considering he's
Okay.
just how impressive I've
Um,
seen his plays have been in the past.
Okay. I think we're about to start here, so sadly we won't have time for the weather, but
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get the weather in before the next map.
yeah, guys, don't worry, you'll get your information.
If anybody's wondering about what's going on Indar or Hassan right now.
Yeah, so we're starting in roughly 10 seconds
Yep.
now.
5, 4,
Oh,
3, 2, 1. Go, go, go.
okay,
So-
let's see. I'm gonna look at the BHOT team, see
Okay.
who swapped here. If anyone. I see DBO playing heavy, and where is James and Richard? Richard is heavy now.
It looks like
Sorry, DBO is LA. My bad.
okay, that's okay. So DDRG has gone to 1 LA, the rest heavies and 1 bolter. So the kind of classic strat that everyone's sort of used to.
I think DDRG just got almost a full wipe actually.
Yeah, I
here.
think so too. That was a pretty big kill feed there for them. Durble
Yeah, that
did
was,
take out Essing power outside.
Sane also managed to get 1 pick off Sondri, but that was a very strong opener by DDRG. However, they're not holding roof right now, and these BHOT allies here, James and DBO, are just taking it.
Yeah, if they allow James and DBO to hold roof, that's going to be a serious mistake for DDRG, because they're strong players on this roof. They can do drop downs pretty often and get away with it. Here comes James, actually. He drops down, gets a little damage, but he's not taken someone yet. He's going to head on back to roof, it looks like.
I actually see Doc P playing a heavy now, so that's a switch there. He's playing an SMG heavy, goes down.
DBO takes 1 from the window there. Simple Nub attempting to secure a window, but yeah, that's what happens when you don't secure that roof. Ooh,
Doc
Essing
P
heading on
died
up.
to the LAs and switched back to LA. Apparently, they're realizing they have to deal with this double LA.
Yeah.
And maybe they suspected that BHOT would be switching to 1 LA only with the substitution, but
Yeah,
they
possibly.
were wrong if they did that.
It looks like BHOT's overall going to lose roof control for right now, allowing DDRG full building control right now. I think I see Slendy on the flank. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he gets
by the
spotted
way,
up.
We don't have the script counting at the moment. I'm not sure what the referees are going to do about this. We're just going to keep casting the current fight, and then I'm sure the referees and the organizers will update us on what's happening.
I see the script working on the overlay side, so it's probably
It's
still
working now again, but it stopped
Okay.
for about 3 minutes there, I think.
Oh,
total.
really? Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they'll figure that out. We won't worry too much about that. If they have to do a restart, of course.
Yeah,
we can
just
do
to address it for the people in chat, we're just waiting. We don't know either. We're just gonna wait for the referees to say something about
Yeah.
it, potentially even after the match.
So right now we've got what looks like full DDRG control over L right now. DBO and James heading on up to roof. Oh, James gets picked off early too. Essing here going aggressive, gets DBO as
Ooh.
well. So that's going to be, again, full control.
Good,
oh, and inside, Richard
Good
goes
prediction
down.
from Essing there that DBO would just be standing around.
Unfortunate here, push by BHOT. All the heavies kind of pushed in and got killed there from angles they weren't looking at.
I don't really see grouping from BHOT at them. A little bit actually. Never mind. I take that back. I see them grouping up here and getting ready to push. But DDRG very strong hold on this L shape at the moment, and it's gonna be tough for BHOT to break in there.
Yep. Oh, James heading on up.
Trying to go for a roof, but there's 2 enemy allies up there.
Oh, and he goes down.
Should have waited for Richard there, really.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, it probably
for
should have,
DBO,
but at the
sorry.
same time, possibly might have been wanting to delay a drop down, knowing that his team is kind of regrouped there. And if anybody knows 6v6 format, if you stay in one spot for too long, you're going to get pushed on, because that's always the smart play. Now James and DBO heading on up to roof again to try and secure this roof.
I see the mention in chat of biased casters, and I just want to say it straight away. Gallows and I are not biased. We hate both these teams equally. We like
Actually,
neither of them,
I
really.
truly hate sand, so I do think there's a little bit of bias towards DDRG.
Yeah, but don't you hate Germans too, Gallows?
Oh, I love them,
German
Germans.
team. Okay, so Gallows is biased, but I'm not. So take it up with him.
Ooh, Slendy here with a nice pick off of second floor. He gets a second as well.
DBO roof control and dropping on Essing Power here takes him down.
Oh, very good
Nice
push there
stop.
by DBO. Because Essing Power could have been a big problem for them on that second floor.
Sundry's still inside here, but he's about to get collapsed on by the LAs.
Yeah, a good pincer there by the LAs.
Got a crossfire down. Doc P on the roof again. So's Essing Power. They're the ones that are looking to drop now, but Essing gets taken down before.
Oh, a nice turnaround by DBO. Gets Doc P.
That was very nice. That was brilliant.
Slendy here looking for the angles. Oh, James for the drop down. He gets Sundry.
Enzak is still playing point box, but
Oh, and he gets a second as well. Very nice push there by James.
So looking at point here, slight advantage towards BHOT at the moment, and DDRG still 14-point lead. So getting this point cap could be very crucial if BHOT want to make this comeback. Because 14 points, sure it's possible, but 9 points from the base cap definitely make that a lot easier.
Slendy here heading up the second floor here. He gets that quick pick off of Doc P, but behind Essing Power, and he goes down to James, actually. So good teamwork there by James and Slendy. Covering each other.
James now in window, Slendy, sorry, and gets Yolda here on the box.
Oh, nice.
Nice communication there that he know he was there. Dirtle must have called that out.
San here playing the aggressive area, making sure that nobody pushes right straight to point. And it looks like
Richard next to him to back him up. And
Oh.
these two players have been playing together for so long that it just works when they're next to each other.
Yeah, it does. And you saw there, San actually managed to go in and get a quick pick. Unfortunately, Richard got dropped on. So little unfortunate that San abandons his best
power
bud.
right after.
Yeah.
And 1 minute 13 left on the cap for BHOT if they manage to get this. And that would actually almost close up the score gap.
There it goes.
That would be huge for them.
So scores right now 123 to 132. That would be a really nice score advantage for them, because if they could get that, that would get it really close to net neutral overall. And
for anyone that doesn't know, it's 9 points for the base capture. So that would be brilliant for BHOT right now.
Yeah.
Of course, DDRG on the other hand want to do everything they can to prevent that.
Yeah. And as an added advantage to the BHOT team, if they get a score cap, it's going to be so late in the match that DDRG will not be even possible to get a recap, or at least it will be virtually impossible
It will
to
be
get a recap.
very unrealistic. Something I just remembered though is DDRG probably don't know the score as it usually goes in these in these matches, unless they have someone in channel telling them. But they probably don't know, and they are traditionally not a team that goes for the point. On most maps, they try and just win by pure frags and ignore the point.
Essing Power
maybe
here on
that's not
top.
true for the strat on this one. Yolda actually switched to a heavy here, so
Ooh.
maybe they are going for more point control.
Doc P there just rushed onto DBO, actually got him very quickly and got away with it. Slendy here having to protect second floor. He goes down to Sundry. Oh, and a nice commie kill there by Richard. He actually got us double there with Simple and Sundry.
This looks like a DDRG control though. Dirtle's reflipping the point towards BHOT, still trying for that cap, and they absolutely should. It's gonna be hard to bring back otherwise, as we said.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely. Scores are still
definitely gaining some control here.
Score gap is still about 10 points in favor of DDRG. Really hasn't moved since the first half's end. Just a lot of one-for-one trading. We saw some crazy plays. Oh, a nice play there by Slendy there. He turns around and gets the commie kill. But overall, just a lot of one-for-ones.
The timer now down to 16 seconds, 15, and Dirtle is
yeah, he's
sticking close to point, so he can reflip that and contest anyone that goes on it.
He's also contesting just the angle there where they would be regrouping to just allow the delay. So Richard also
actually
going for the delay.
aggressive here, probably just trying to hold them off point for as long as possible, and that's the cap right there.
Yep.
And that makes that almost closes up the score gap.
Yeah. In fact, actually, they've taken the lead a little bit. 151 to 146 in favor of BHOT right now.
This is a massive cap then.
Yeah, it was really helpful for them.
So it brought them back those points they lost at around the end, I'd say, of the first round, or around the middle. That cap just made that all go away, basically. And now they can. The teams are almost on. Actually, BHOT almost pulling away here with a 7-point
Yeah.
lead already. However, 7 points. I mean, in this match it's a lot, but overall it's not a lot. That can be made up in minutes.
Yeah,
1 minute.
absolutely. Yeah, 7 points is only a team and 1 kill, which can absolutely happen. We've seen that happen many times. But in this case, I will say a lot of 1-for-1 trading still happening. So even despite that, it's probably unrealistic to think that they're going to get a full team wipe anymore, because we've seen just a lot of pincering by both teams. There's another pincer right there. In fact, Enzak getting pushed there by DBO and Sand.
Yeah, both teams doing a great job, never letting any kills get unpunished.
Yeah.
They're always there to trade back.
Ooh, and here
DBO
comes
with a
DBO with
great
the flank!
on the roof.
Oh, he goes down though, and then Doc P takes roof control. That is unfortunate.
There was very good reactions to that flank,
Yeah,
but also a brilliant flank.
Sundry taking out Richard from bottom.
So, Pronom just said in chat BHOT could just win by sitting in Sunday. I want to point out that that would be against the rules. They are not allowed to enter the Sunday. Also, technically, DDRG would have time to recap.
Technicalities.
Yeah, you know.
Personally, I think they should do it. That'd be really interesting to watch. James here getting pushed on by Essing. Goes down from the push. Ooh, a flash here hits Dirtle, so he can't cover, and DBO gets taken down.
So you can see DDRG isn't even trying for this point anymore. They know it's out of time for a recap, and they're just gonna try and frag. And the point difference is only 5 right now. So as we said, entirely possible with 3 minutes 30 left.
Mm-hmm.
Good roof control here once again by DDRG. Essingtower goes down though. Damn, nice shots.
And DBO is gonna be aggressive on this too. DBO not really turning around on him.
No, I think he was just trying to shuffle the shots.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. I guess he was waiting for his teammate, but he never really came, so he just went inside. Did end up getting him though.
Worked out in the end.
Yep. Sand here
Somehow.
Sand getting punished for that push.
Yeah, he pushed into the horizon sitting above him. Not great.
Oh, and Essen gets a second off of James, allowing for roof control for DDRG. If there's any heavies left inside, they're about to get pincered. This is Slendy. Here he goes. He goes down.
Gets pushed by the LAs from the side. There's just not much you can do at that point.
And here's a drop down by Doc P. Might get Sand. Gets Sand. He actually gets away as well.
Yeah. That was probably a lot closer than he would have liked, though.
So far, a lot of team fights here. Just, again, 1-for-1s. But I will say, DDRG has made up some score. Right now, we're only looking at a 4-point difference. 175 to 171. This is a super close game with only 2 minutes left in the match.
4 points. That's 4 kills. That's easy.
Yeah.
This can swing either side, and I'm sure 90% sure that neither side is aware of it.
No,
so
they probably do not know.
If they knew that, they'd be playing so different.
I'm hearing a lot of spots by both teams right now. These two LAs on the right here, these guys actually do have the advantage because of the head glitch. If they just stay here, they're actually in a good spot to stay and potentially battle this out. But Essing here, going for the flank, it doesn't seem like... Oh, no, James heard that. I think James knows he's down there. Oh, okay, he's going to go back. So... neither side has gotten a kill or a death in a little while now.
They do know.
They might know. A push here by Essing. He gets one pick, and here comes Doc P. Oh, but he goes down, and James takes roof control because of the Sand crossfire over there. Phenomenal crossfire by Sand. Allows for roof control.
That's a Sand flank through V-shape. Every time on this map, he just goes through that V-shape.
DBO heading back up. He's now got... oh, that's right. He has to go back up the stairs before he can do that.
Yeah. So if you drop down onto the floor here, you have to go back to your stairs.
So what
Down
BHOT just did with that very, very small time where it was like 20 to 30 seconds of just passivity from both sides, they set up in a spot here where they could get full roof control, and you saw they took L control along with it. Richard here goes down to Enzak.
Really,
It's a
I
one
think
for one trade.
I think mainly that crossfire by Saiyan is what really allowed them to win this here.
Yeah.
Everyone I saw played great, but that crossfire managed to win them the LA duels, and at that point I could just shoot down on the rest of DDRG.
Sand coming out here getting a
5,
spawn kill before
4,
this match ends.
3,
But
2,
amazing
1.
play right at the end, too, by San. Best player in the world, I believe, is what he's usually referred to as.
Congratulations to BHOT for taking the first map with 187 points against DDRG's 176 points.
We've seen 187
yeah,
points so
100
often lately. This must be rigged. There's
187 points from BHOT. It's ironic, you could say. So yes, nice, a very nice last-second save there by BHOT. Otherwise, that could have really gone either way, that LA battle.
That last passive play and then the results of it were really what made the difference here.
Oh, man, that was incredible to watch. All right, so let's take a look at the individual scores here. Dizzy Knight doesn't really count because he actually got benched. But we're taking a look at BHOT's rest of their players. We've got, looks like Slendy actually going +6, 38 kills, 32 deaths.
And
45...
a lot of assists as well.
21 a lot of
damage assists. Very nice.
Yeah, that implies a lot of team play overall by Slendy. Good cleanups there by him. And then let's take a look at San, who's actually net 0. Despite that, though, having a very high impact on this match because of that very, very late play there by him.
Yeah, that basically won them the game, I'd say.
Yeah. If not won them, I would say at least ensured the win. They were up in points.
Yeah, that's a better way of saying it.
They were up in points, but it did ensure that roof control stayed on BHOT's side, and then from there, they got the full wipe from the building as well. Just insane play there at the end. If we're taking a look at DDRG's scores here, let's... oh, look at that. Essing Power. 44 kills, top frag of the game. He was doing super well with Doc P, also 11 net.
I do want to quickly say, all the LAs, if you look at this, Richard, who now switched heavy but played LA before, all the LAs at very high kill counts.
Yeah.
Just such an LA heavy map, as we said before. This has been an LA fragging map.
This map definitely emphasizes LA play. You can see here just from the scoreboard. And now Essing Power and Doc P, I do want to go over. They both had a pretty high net score positive. You could see how well they were contesting that roof against both DBO and James. There was so much drop downs happening from them as well. Lots of cleanups. So those two players in particular did a lot of work to try and hold on to that. But alas, at the very, very last second, ended up losing roof control. And that is, I think anyway, what really cost them this map specifically. All right.
I do want to point out one thing I saw in Yell chat, and Saiyan's excuse for going 0 while his team was winning and him being the best player in the world, so he should never go net 0, is that he only had 1 medkit per life for some reason.
You know, San, I actually believe that San, so often he runs out of nanites to I believe to preserve his overall KPM on Jaeger. So he just kind of logs off.
Every time we do like gray hair and stuff, he's like, "Oh, I'm out on nanites again. Can someone pull a Sunday?" This man never has nanites. I don't know what he does with them. I spam medkits. I still don't run out of them.
I'm pretty sure he's just he's one of those players that just logs off the second out of probably a fit of rage.
No, he's just stupid, honestly.
Logs off immediately after any match, either from rage or from embarrassment. Nobody can really tell anymore.
Yeah. Okay, there's nanites on the street. Snipsel just put down a golden dildo so both teams can stock up on nanites here.
Very good, very good. All right, so let's take a look at the...
I guess they should do that every time now.
Yeah, that's probably not a terrible idea.
That's why they did this invitation, right? To learn stuff for the real time.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta figure out what you're doing wrong. All right. So for the second map, we've got Aiken. This is a map that is the most symmetrical you can get in this game. There is a small difference, but mostly it's symmetrical, and the way that it opens up is always in one direction. We'll go over that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rosters again, because I think we might have some subs and replacement.
So I'm pretty sure that we will see a replacement on the BHOT side, which will probably be Liddy for Durdle.
I believe so too.
They communicated me that that was their plan. However, they didn't plan for DBO7 and for Dizzy. So we'll see what's gonna happen there, but I'm sure Liddy wants to play, and she is a great LA player, of course, and this is another LA heavy map.
Yeah.
So many LA maps in the current meta. It's great. I'm enjoying watching all this LA gameplay.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to see that kind of variety. Looks like our scripts have finally gotten updated, so let's take a look here. For the BHOT team, San, James, DBO, Lydia, Slendy, and Richard are going to be playing, so you can see the emphasis on the LA play by both DBO and Liddy being subbed in. James likely going heavy in that case. And then DDRG...
You don't want to play Modern 2, really. I mean, you can in like a pickup style format just for fun, but if you're playing serious, you don't want to get Modern 2.
Yeah, what it ends up happening is you lose too much power inside of the buildings, and despite having roof control, you can't really do much if nobody's peeking out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now on the DDRG team, we've got Fel, Enzak,
in about 2 minutes.
Essing, Sundri, Doc P, and Simple.
So no substitutions on the DDRG side.
Actually, I think Fel is a substitution. I don't remember.
Yeah, Fel.
Yeah.
You are correct.
I don't remember who. Oh, Yolda. They're subbing Yolda out for Fel.
Oh, that might make sense actually, because Yolda a very strong bolter, but this map not great for bolting, and I know Yolda doesn't really like bolting on it either, even though it can work. Yolda's not a fan of it. But he's a strong heavy player as well, so there must be, I don't know, maybe they think Fel is the stronger heavy player. I'm uncertain.
Yeah.
What the idea is that, but they still got both strong LA players on the roster, so should be an interesting match.
Well, the map is going to start here soon, so we're gonna tab back in here. I do want to show off the map a little bit.
All right, we're gonna start the match in 2
Hey, Gallos,
minutes
I think you have the old DDRG logo on there for some reason.
I might. I'll fix that a little bit.
The one that we're not supposed to show anymore.
Do I? No, I've got the new one.
No, I just saw it on Twitch. It was
did
the
you?
wrong one.
That's weird, because that's actually put into the JSON.
Oh, okay, then it wasn't your fault then.
Yeah, not my fault.
Yeah,
you can't blame the casters on this one.
It wouldn't be your fault. No, of course not.
So anyway, this is Aiken South. This map goes at least for the opener, in a clockwise format. Everybody's going to go from their home base, which is going to be this side here.
Gallos. One more sec. Someone just sent me a screenshot of it, and it said RAM-G, and there was both teams shown overlaid.
Oh yeah, I probably forgot to hide one side. That's okay. We'll figure that out later. But anyway, this is home base.
We're sorry about it.
Yeah.
Gallos, it's just they gave us stupid tools, and Gallos is also being
gonna start
stupid.
in 1 minute.
Yeah, Gallos has a tiny brain. You have to forgive me for this one.
Okay.
But yes, this is home base here for the BHOT team, and then the home base over here for DDRG. What ends up happening, both teams are going to start running from here clockwise into this building here. What ends up happening most of the time, if this is played not in a smart way, but sometimes what will end up happening, you'll see like one player come out like this. He's going to meet an entire team in this building. If they do that, that would be a bad idea. What you usually have to do is hold up in one building, or just continue to rotate until you finally meet the person that stops. So we might see a team stop here, and then one team over here. This would be DDRG. They would be rotating all the way through, and if the LAs can get spots off, or maybe even a pick off beforehand, that would be really nice for them, because they would run into a more advantageous team.
So we're starting, but Saints AFK taking the P.
We'll see if the refs do anything about that. That's okay. So it looks like we're going to be going with a 4 heavy. I'm assuming 2 LA strat. Yep, 2 LAs for DDRG.
And I only see DBO on the roof. Where is Liddy?
I'm sure she's coming.
I think she said in Yell chat that she needs to pee. Yeah, Liddy's also back from pee. Half this team. DBO just shuffling it out because he doesn't have an LA to back him up. Oh god.
So now we've got a little passivity play here by DBO because obviously he's kind of forced to until Liddy finally makes it on the roof. Blackhand coming out for Doc P. He's going to try and get a little bit of alpha damage on him. But overall, it looks like BHOT's just going to stay inside of their building and really not push on point. Because, of course, they are down a person. I think San might finally be coming soon.
I don't see him anywhere yet. Sort of 5v6 at this point.
Yeah, so
you can see neither team is going on point. What's happening? DDRG should just be going for this point, surely.
You know, they could be playing very honorable.
This is a classic DDRG, isn't it? This is we're just ignoring point and only going for frags.
They're going so past
5v6 and they're not going for this point.
Yeah, they could be bullying.
There has been 0 kills.
Yeah, so far.
Happening?
Slendy and oh wow, Slendy does finally go down there, but Slendy and Richard here pushing all the way to DDRG a home base as they are just holed up in north. That was quite a thing to watch. I'm not sure if DDRG knew that that BHOT wasn't going to be pushing there, but
my mind is blown. What's happening? That was the weirdest start of a 6v6 match I've ever seen, I think. Both teams weren't just completely memeing.
Lydia goes down to Essing, but gets cleaned up. DBO now has to deal with Doc P, though. Oh, and he gets him.
A nice hipfire strafe on him.
Very nice strafe, too, in midair.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got roof control for right.
Flip point yet. This is they need to get Sane here, otherwise this team is gonna be this map is gonna be sleepy. Sane needs to come back so BHOT can start pushing because DDRG clearly isn't willing to.
Well, DDRG say that, but they just pushed into home base here. James coming out for the peek on Sundry, he gets traded. Slendy goes down as well to Simple, but also gets traded out. Oh, and Liddy finally goes down. This is gonna be. Oh, but here's the double.
The match can start. The best player in the world has come back from taking a pee.
And he immediately runs into 2 LAs coming back from his toilet. He is now dead. So we've got DDRG 10, BHOT 7, and not really any point control yet. So very close.
Flipping the point. Finally someone touched this stupid point. I am so happy. Finally something is happening.
Honestly, it was kind of a smart play that neither side really went on. Well, I say neither side. Actually, it was probably not the smartest play by DDRG, but it was a smart play by BHOT not to push. They could have
gotten a free cap here, and they just left it lying around. They did nothing.
It was definitely a smart play by BHOT, though.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't want to go for it. And DDRG did them a massive favor by not forcing them out of the buildings, by allowing them to play this passive. DDRG is still in BHOT's home building.
Oh, wow. That was quite the aggressive peek there by Essing, shooting at the Sunday garage.
Plenty insane trying to crossfire from 7 here.
Oh, a nice push here by DBO. Gets one. Oh, he almost gets Enzak super close to get him off that home base.
Enzak must be spotted though. Yeah, James
he does. Yep.
There we go.
Nice push there by James and resecures the cap once again. So 1 minute 30 seconds until that goes. Scores right now 15-15. Neck and neck.
And BHOT point control. And so far we haven't seen DDRG even touch it. So they might just donate the cap here. And that would be 9 points, which is typically not a lot for an Aiken score. But we had 2 or 3 minutes of no score happening, basically.
Yeah.
And DDRG just set up in their home building right now, waiting for BHOT to push, I think.
Simple Nub here, knowing he can't really take a 2v1, runs back out onto point, but he might meet Slendy if Slendy takes advantage of it. Yeah, here he comes. Yeah, Slendy getting them off of a point. This is the risk when you're a team that's getting close to or almost getting a cap there, or rather you're the enemy team and trying to force that cap to not happen. You have to worry about those panic plays because if you don't have full control of the map, you're gonna get picked off just like that player there got.
Honestly, at this point, I think Saiyan going AFK, and Liddy of course, but more so Saiyan, threw off DDRG so much of their strategy that they were panicking for. But
Maybe.
they had a nice hold on BHOT's home building, but I don't see them doing what they usually do, which is just cover each other and stay together and don't push that much. Wait for the enemy to push on this map.
Ooh, Sand goes down on balcony for DDRG, leaving Slendy in south.
So
Sundry here holding that angle. Oh, but Richard coming in for the push. He gets him.
Doc P and DBO about to face off on the roof here, and that's a cap for BHOT right there.
There it is,
that's
yeah.
another 9 points.
So 35 to 22 in favor of BHOT right now. Doing really nice so far.
So Saiyan actually won the psychological warfare there.
Maybe. I still think that it's
Possibly.
possible that DDRG was just being nice and not pushing until they had their last player.
They didn't go for it after either, and they I know it is legit strategy by them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did the last PIL final as well.
That's true. I forgot about that. That actually is true. They have done this strategy of just holding one building until one team just moves into them.
And
so
it
that
can
is
be
very
very
likely.
strong. I've seen Boha pull it off successfully just a few weeks ago, but it doesn't always work, and BHOT seems to not allow them to do it.
A nice trade here by James after the pick of Slendy.
Also, Richard's negative right now. I think he needs some.
I think you guys need to
Twitch
start
chat needs to
spamming
help
those.
him out. Yeah, like what's going on, Twitch chat? Come on, he's -3 and you're not spamming.
Gotta help Big Rich. Now DDRG
Big Rich.
holding their home base, not moving anywhere yet. I think what they're doing here is they're just waiting for a pick, and then they can start pushing in onto south. I would think that they have the numbers if they wanted to start pushing, but
Richard's actually doing a nice push on DDRG's home building. He is on the balcony now.
Yep, and he
That's
got a
one pick.
lot of damage here off of Simple, I believe.
Yeah, and he already got one pick, I think, on Anzac before.
And
I
they're
didn't see
going
him.
for it,
Yeah,
too.
it can't be Anzac. But goes down. And that's that was the classic DDRG there. They got pushed and they backed up, so they had more people to crossfire. Sadly, this time it didn't work out, but it's classic DDRG. Always back up so you can 2v1.
San here, no medkits left. He's got half health. He is just going to continue to push here with James. He's not redeploying out of it.
Mm-hmm. But that strategy is what makes DDRG such a scary opponent to fight. Next to their player skill, of course.
San goes down in Cubby, but he did get a spot off on LA. Let's take a look at the roof here.
It's not a passive duel right now happening on the roof. I've been watching it for a while, and DBO and Liddy getting aggressive every now and then, but Doc P and Essing mostly hanging back, while Essing is dropping a lot. He's dropping down a lot and helping out below. And Doc P trying to hold off the enemy to LAs, which he's doing a pretty good job of.
Doc P here getting aggressive on DBO.
Doc P actually switched to the horizon as well. I didn't even notice that before. That's a nice pick actually, because it works so well at close and long range that it is amazing for this map. You can deal with the enemy LAs at long range. You can plink them down, and you can also win your CQC duels if you drop down. Also, someone has the firing bug for me.
It's not happening on my side.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, San here attempts to push, but he meets 3 heavies in south. Oh, and James, he gets a trade-off at least with one, but Slendy also, he goes down there before getting a pick with Essing, or after getting a pick with Essing. A lot of one-for-one trades overall in that particular building. But overall, BHOT still 56 to 36 in favor of BHOT. Pretty good. They're doing good right now for this first half. That is a 20-point lead.
5 minutes remaining.
I will try to fix this back quickly. 1 sec.
So now we've got, looks like Richard and DBO both in bottom for DDRG.
I don't really see any LAs on the roof for BHOT. Actually, DBO's gone back
Yep,
up now.
DBO is heading back up. Richard does take Essing here, but he goes down to Doc P.
And we still have a...
Sand cleans it up.
Oh, damn. This lead has been extended with up to like
Yeah.
20-point lead for
Yeah,
BHOT.
20-point lead.
DDRG really not managing to make this team play work that they usually do on here. BHOT just keeps pushing, and there's always someone to back them up as well on those pushes.
So a thing to note here is BHOT actually is well known for this map because they play it so well, and it's not because of a strategy thing. It's just they play it so well because they like this map. It's a very frag heavy map and a very sort of aggressive heavy map. If you play it and continuously push, you're likely to see nice results. Whereas DDRG, this is also a well-known map for them, but for a different reason. They actually have setups for this one, and you saw it at the beginner here, where they just held off. And unfortunately for them, that whole thing kind of got collapsed with Sand not being there and BHOT not able to push, which ironically probably helped BHOT overall, because they would have gone into
as well. Yeah, absolutely. And it made DDRG sort of question their strategy.
Nice push here by James and Sand, getting both. Oh, nice, getting both Essing and Enzak.
I do want to say that I think it works so well for BHOT because all the players that are currently playing, and basically all players on their roster, are just Shift W heavies on Jaeger. Incredibly good at it, but they just run and they don't stop. They just keep going. And if you all play like that, there's usually someone there to back you up.
Yep. Simple nub here. On door frame, he's looking for an opportunity to start moving in. James, however, has the head glitch on him on second floor. But there is enough DDRG heavies up here to
just
clean that up.
Bunny hop by Essing Power actually switched to heavy assault.
So it looks
so
like
Doc P probably by himself on the roof now, if he's still up here. Maybe he switched to heavy as well.
DDRG is going to hold south building pretty well. There's a majority of their players in there right now. So if BHOT wants to start pushing on that, they're going to find a huge brick wall to deal with. Doc P getting a crossfire over from the balcony as well. Liddy going in to try and deal with him, though. And she traded.
So all of DDRG switched to heavies. There's no more light assaults right now.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm not sure that's a smart play. I can see why they might think it's a good idea. Because you have more people to hold the building with together, but they don't get building control. And if they have LAs constantly flanking them as well, because there's no one to contest those LAs, it's going to be even harder to hold the building.
So DDRG now pushing onto BHOT home base. Liddy hitting roof as well, but oh, she gets spotted out early.
DDRG looks like they're just gonna hold the 7. Maybe. Oh no, never mind.
No, they're going home.
Pushing up.
Yeah, they take James pretty quick. And it looks like Doc P playing SMG heavy as well, not just heavy.
Decent pick on this map. Fallen a bit out of fashion, but not a bad idea, honestly. A lot of short-range duels you can take. As long as you are fighting inside the buildings. Honestly, you lose out when you're trying to crossfire. But since they're not really dealing with the allies, they don't really rely on that.
Oh, here comes a nice death ball by BHOT. They do clear out their home base. I want to point out the scores for individuals right now. Everybody but Liddy and Richard are going positive on the BHOT side. Not by a ton. It's definitely still in a, it's something that DDRG can fix. But overall, all the players doing pretty good.
Sure. Richard still needs help. So does Liddy actually.
Yeah.
Switchlet needs to step in here.
Make sure you spam that kitty to bring aid to Liddy.
But DDRG probably needs more help here, because this is still not looking good for them.
That's
They're
true.
almost 30 points behind by now.
Yeah, they're having a pretty rough time, and even the LA game early on was having a rough time. It seemed like, because even their players weren't able to go completely positive.
4,
3.
3.
They're gonna have to figure
1.
something out for the second
That's
round.
first half over. Please walk your Sundays so we can continue with the second half.
All right.
That's a very strong lead, and DDRG are gonna have to figure something out to what they can do differently in the second half.
Yeah, that is a 30-point lead. Am I getting that wrong?
Yes, I can't see the score right
About
now,
a
but it was
30-point
30
lead.
a second ago.
Yeah, 92 to 63 in favor of BHOT.
That's 29 then, Gallows.
Thank you, Billy. So overall, really, really strong performance there by BHOT. Let's take a look at the individual scores here. With the exception of Liddy and Richard, everybody going positive. It's really nice to see. Like I said before, DBO going +8. He's 17 kills, 9 deaths only as well. Really nice.
Very well.
Yeah. And overall, the Heavy is getting 16, 10, and 10 assists. And 9 assists by Sand. So a decent amount of team play there as well, despite how well DDRG kind of does team play. They're getting less damage assists. So let's take a look at them. With the exception of Simple Nub going +4, 14 kills, 10 deaths, the rest of the players actually going negative. It's a little surprising. Taking a look at, I believe, which one was it on the roof? I think it was Essing, right?
Essing and Doc
Oh, that's
P
right,
were
Doc
playing
P
on
as
the
well.
roof for a while.
Yeah, they were playing on the roof for a majority of that match. They went -4 each, 14 kills for Essing, 11 kills for Doc P. So somewhat struggling on the roof, but at the same time, Liddy and Richard also struggling on roof. I think it was a lot of harassment on both sides, just to try and at least keep roof clean, so that the drop downs don't happen so often.
I do want to say it's one of the harder maps to play for LA. Even though LA is very strong because they can drop and get help out with point control as well by crossfiring, but it is hard to play because there can always be a Heavy on one of the balconies shooting at you on the roof, and that's very, very hard to deal with as a Ladysmith player.
Also, I think we have a sub here. Fell, I think, is dropping for Yolda. So bringing a Bolter back for DDRG.
Could be a Heavy.
Yeah, he could play Heavy as well.
We don't know, but I could see both happening because they need to change something up. So maybe they are gonna play a Bolt. Maybe they have some crazy strategy prepared for this.
Bolt can be played on this map, but a lot of people have told me that it's just not nearly as good of a map as pretty much every other map when it comes to bolting.
Okay. I think we've got a bit of time here,
Yeah, we do.
I think we might be able to get a weather check, maybe.
Hey, is our weatherman here at all?
Hello? Is this thing working?
Oh.
Second half will start in about 2 minutes.
We've got a little time for weather here.
Perfect. Well, hey Billy. Hey Gels.
Hey Shocker, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm actually reporting outside of Sane's mansion. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you pretty clearly.
Yeah, some of our top PIL analysts are reporting that after his performance these couple maps, he has been dethroned by Richard as the new best player in the world. We reached out to Sane for comment, and he stated that he will be returning with a vengeance and that it's, quote, no fair. We also reached out to Richard, and he stated that this game is just too easy and that he's back. We'll continue to report on the situation as it develops. By the way, it's partly cloudy on Indar and pretty humid on Hassan. This has been Shocker with the weather.
Yeah, very little weather in that report there, Billy. I'm not really sure what we're paying him for. He just seems to be going to mansions anymore.
Very spicy drama though.
Yeah.
Richard with the big words.
Wow.
Also, I didn't know Sane lived in a mansion.
I think we all kind of expected he lived in the mansion.
I mean, if you're this good at PlanetSide, honestly, who are we kidding?
And just as cool as Sand, you probably have a couple of mansions maybe laying around.
Yeah. Like Richard thinks he's hot shit now because he won a couple PlanetSide matches, but I don't think Richard lives in a mansion.
Yeah, I don't know. So. I don't know how many. How many mansions does he own? Even we might be able to get our weather report on that later.
One of Sane's many mansions.
All right.
We're gonna have to start an investigation into that.
I'll be back later. I'll try and get this information.
Thank you, Shocker.
Thank you, weather reporter Shocker.
Right, and we should be starting in 15 seconds here.
Starting here in just a couple seconds.
And I hope no one is taking a pee at the start of this round.
Yeah.
I think DDRG really, they need to come up with something different
4,
here. And maybe Yolda is that something
2,
different.
1.
Let's see what they have in their starting lineup.
So for BHOT anyway, it doesn't look like any change.
Bolter.
Okay.
and I see Dog and Essing on the LA once again. So we could see something different here.
I'm not sure
Can
if
be
that
interesting.
is the best play, just because of how weak that's going to make their heavy game inside. And when you're talking about individuals like San, James, and
Ooh,
such.
Sane gets a brilliant flank on Essing Power, actually. I just want to mention this quickly. He went around the ledge, like half of the building, he ran around it, and then he just gets Essing Power on his home building.
And he's pushing further as well.
I don't know, maybe DDRG has some crazy strats prepped for this, and that's why they switched in the bolter. And they are currently holding Northern. I see two, previously 3 heavies, one went down in here. And I see Yolda trying to go for point control. And actually not a bad idea to have the bolter on point here and just bolting around onto balcony.
It's not nearly
can
as
be very
strong as the past. If anybody didn't know, previously a bolter on this map was a really nice idea. A good pick there by Liddy. Was a really nice idea because what you could do is have the bolter cloaked on point, and he would be capping the entire time since there's very little cover. But because of the change where you can no longer cap while cloaked, that has gone out the window. So a bolter being on point, still not the worst idea, but not nearly as strong as it used to be.
Oh yeah. He's just there for frags now, basically. And maybe he can do a bit of point contention, but... So, a bit of different story in 12v12, actually, many teams used to play a Stalker Infiltrator on this map.
Oh, Docky with a
them
nice
so well.
double. Gets both James and Slendy.
So, I've seen a lot more from DDRG here actually doing stuff this round, definitely, than they were at the end of last round.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to start getting a little aggressive here, because if BHOT's going to be playing like they are, you got to change something up. The way that they were playing before, clearly not working out. They really got to step up that game.
Mm-hmm. And I see them mostly in Northern Building, and they're not fragging out yet, but at least that I've seen them trade back almost every kill that has happened. And that's already an improvement, because they weren't doing that last round.
Oh, and here comes a push here by BHOT. Multiple heavies, but Richard doesn't know. He's surrounded. Oh, he goes down as well.
Yeah, he gets bolted by Yolda. Yolda
Nice
already paying off, subbing him in.
Yep. He's +3 net right now. Besides Simple, the only one positive.
That's already paid off then, subbing him in, because Fel was not doing so great. Meanwhile, BHOT already got the cap timer down to 1 minute. 55 seconds, actually. If they can get this cap as well, it's gonna be extremely hard for DDRG to come back. It's basically gonna require a recap. And as we have said in previous casts, pre-caps are incredibly hard to get.
Oh, DBO got a really nice aggressive kill there, but he almost managed to shuffle out of the entire clip from Essing, but alas, Essing did actually manage to get him there. Really close, though.
That was almost a Dorito moment. I just
was,
saw it
yeah.
on your stream.
Doc P now pushing back up. He can push on to Liddy and DBO. He using the Serpent, I believe, yep. While Essing using the Horizon for more longer range. Ooh, and Liddy gets an easy kill right off of him, too. He didn't even notice her.
Ooh, Liddy gets bolted though by Yolda.
Yeah, Yolda trades that out.
Very nice. DBO gets a nice drop on Simple Noob here. Gets a bit of help, but that was very nice.
And there's the cap, 129 to 82 in favor of BHOT. They're starting to run away with these points.
Mm-hmm. That's almost a 50-point lead.
Yeah, and this close, this early into second half as well. That's going to be super hard for DDRG to make up. And look how aggressive these BHOT players are getting. They've got a pick off of Doc P. They're not down at all. Slendy gets a pick off of Simple.
This is exactly what I expect from BHOT on this map. Just keep running in, just keep pushing forward, just keep fragging.
Just massive aggression there. Yolda here doing his best. He actually did get a pick off of Sand before he could get around the corner.
BHOT still in DDRG's home building, however. And DDRG just can't kick them out, really. There's 3 heavies inside the NRA on roof. What do you do against that, Gallows? What do you do if you're DDRG at this point?
At this point, go for a different building, because this home building is just infested with BHOT players, and as they move in, Slendy gets another pick off of Sundri, goes down, however, to Essing Power, but gets cleaned up by Sand from behind. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You deal with one player, but there's so many in here. Absolutely infested with BHOT, and it was really paying off. That's really where you see a ton of frags come in, is those aggressive holds like that. BHOT finally does manage to lose it, but only after they manage another, I believe, 10 points, maybe 15 points off of that whole hold.
This game is insane for BHOT. They're doing so well. The first map was so close, but BHOT's really just running away with it on this one.
Slendy here, I think he's going to be pushing into... Yep, there he is. He gets the pick off of Yolda. Maybe you get a second here. Oh, he couldn't get No, he got Sundri, actually.
God, this is disgusting, honestly.
Yeah, they are really starting to run away with this one. This is now a 60-point lead for them.
Yeah, now it's 60 points. Oh, this is insane.
They're doing a
These teams
phenomenal
were so
job.
close on the other map.
Yeah.
What happened, DDRG?
Oh, and here comes Slendy from behind. He gets another double pick. He might get a third. He got a third. And DBO comes in with a clean off a Simple Nub right after he picks Slendy.
So DDRG actually not a team known for big comebacks, if I remember correctly. And I think they traditionally have an issue with tilt, and I think this could really be setting in by now, because they must feel that they're behind and they can't get their home base. But
and that kind of psychological thing does happen in these tourneys, and in any kind of format really. But this kind of format specifically, where you have you're trying your best to even get back into your home base, that sort of rattling effect when you just keep getting forced back out, it really amplifies, and you can see sometimes a player might just miss some shots just because he's somewhat rattled by how the other players have been playing against them.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just frustrating to anyone. Even the chillest of teams would get at least a bit annoyed about running into the building over and over and dying over and over.
So I'm seeing a little bit of a passive play here by DDRG. Doesn't look like they want to move out of north here and start pushing into home base.
Essing actually does, and immediately gets blasted by 3 heavies at once.
We've got Slendy, Richard, and James all going aggressive into this north building. Oh, and both of them get taken down by Sundri.
And I just noticed this. I've seen at least 2 DDRG heavies with suppressed Orions.
Yeah, that's a strange choice, but second person I've seen in the tourney use.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to stop the BHOT team play a bit by not giving them the map spots, the location while they're shooting.
Maybe.
Maybe that's the idea here. Maybe it's just, guys, we gotta switch something up. What do we do? Let's just try this. See how it works.
Oh man, and
a
nice collapse onto north building by BHOT. They take the entire building, clean out the rest, and now they're going back to home base. And once again, we see home base for DDRG just infested with all of these BHOT players. Sand coming in behind gets the cleanup on S. James gets the pick off of Simple on top. They're gonna hold on to top here, James and Richard. Yolda on bottom. He doesn't have any friends to back him up, despite this being his home base. He's actually running out.
He tries to go up again and immediately goes down to DBO. He were doing a phenomenal job on the roof here, holding control and also helping out down below.
Ooh, Essing manages to pick off Slendy and actually trades off with James, so that actually helps immensely for the DDRG team, allowing a lot more movement, and Richard does go down because there's just not enough team left to help him out there.
So Essing just posted a laughing emoji. I'm not sure what happened, but looks like he's not mad yet. He's having fun, and that's good to see.
That is definitely good to see. You want to see both teams having fun.
And he is one of those players. He's always just having stupid fun, having a good time.
Having a good time. Ooh, DBO on bottom. He actually gets taken out after taking out Essing, though.
5 minutes remaining.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes remaining, and there is...
Almost a 70-point lead, yeah.
this is gonna be turned around anymore.
Yeah, virtually impossible for the DDRG team to actually come back from this. But at bare minimum, they could save some face by not having the score gap reach 100 or so. Because right now it's getting up there. They really got to start saving this.
They could save some face simply by it's gonna sound really stupid, but playing better, stop just sort of making a little comeback, just gameplay wise, just starting to frag again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's going to translate into some kind of aggressive plays by DDRG, and you can still see here they're just not really going for it. They really do. They're sticking to that format that they had before, where they're just going to hold one building and then wait for BHOT to aggress on them. But what's happening here is as they await BHOT's aggression, they get picked, whether it's by a player on the other side or Liddy here in win.
Mm-hmm. I do want to point one thing out, looking at the scores. I've seen it in Twitch chat, and it's true. Anzac is actually the highest net score on DDRG right now.
Yeah.
And that's a shout out to my boy Anzac, because he gets a lot of shit for being the top feeder usually, but right now he's the top scorer.
Every team's got their top feeder. I know the Bax B team has its top feeders. We have a whole division of them.
The entire team.
Yolda here, he's got a nice angle, but he can't really take a shot. There's just too many BHOT heavies, and they're getting aggressive. I don't see any LAs for a coordinated drop down, but James and Richard both going down. Liddy also going down. DDRG now going to take North Building.
That was a nice little push there.
Yeah, wasn't so much actually a push. Actually, it was more of just allowing BHOT to push onto them and just baiting them into it because there was a lot of crossfire set up for that.
True.
Yolda here holding angle on bow.
That's more classic DDRG. Bait someone into your crossfire.
Ooh, let's take a look at the roof. Actually, we haven't seen the roof too much.
That's only Dog P playing LA for DDRG at this point, and there's not this much happening because he's having to deal with both Litty and DBO, also two very strong allies.
Yeah, very much so.
So this is two strong allies versus one strong ally, so you can guess how it's going. BHOT's dominating on the roof.
Ooh, DBO takes a body. He's gonna have to back up.
And it shows if you look at the scores. DBO is the top net score right now.
DBO actually just got taken down by Sundri because he had to retreat and got exposed there. Slendy here holding on to North, but he's by himself. He's about to get pushed on. Throwing that conk. Oh, but here comes Richard for the support. And I think Liddy's on roof. And oh, okay, James is here too. The whole gang's here, actually. Oh, here comes Doc P with the back. He gets Richard. Slendy also goes down.
He's pushing in here right now.
James also goes down. Unfortunate setup that BHOT had there. They had an okay setup for a little bit, but
But this is the DDRG team play I was talking about before, and it's back now. And this is exactly what I want to see from them.
Yeah.
Sure, they can't win this map anymore, but they can get their team play back and just go and frag for a little bit.
I will say it is really nice to see that they're still getting that team play going, despite that score difference, because that means that they at least aren't so rattled that they've lost communication, lost teamwork, and all that. They're still doing a pretty good job overall, despite that.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And they
1 minute remaining.
They had a phase of that not happening, and they've managed to pull themselves back. And that's...
A nice TK there, Slendy getting onto Sam.
Oh, okay. Well, Sane deserves it, honestly. The amount of times Sane team killed his team members, I am glad someone finally repaid
It is,
him.
it's about time somebody finally did some damage to him.
Yeah.
James here going down from the drop. Oh, and Doc P getting aggressive onto Slendy here. Oh, but he goes down. Now the rest of DDRG inside of their home.
Just hanging on to their home building right now. I guess they're waiting for a push. And there it is, Saints on the balcony. Goes down to Sundry though.
But Richard coming in, trying to clean off. Oh, he gets traded though. Traded out with Inzac.
At least he got one.
5, 4.
James maybe he'll get another.
2, 1.
Oh, just barely gets that last kill, I think.
Let's see.
I
Look at the
think he
script.
got it. No, it didn't. It's +0. He didn't get it in time.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Congratulations to BHOT for winning with 207 points against DDRG's 146 points. Please make sure the team captains jump up into the interview channel for the post-game interview.
Okay, so that's both maps won by BHOT.
Yeah, both maps won by BHOT. Obviously, the first map was a little bit closer, but this second map, man, did they run away with that lead. It is now 207 to 146 in favor of BHOT. That is almost a 50-point lead, is that right? I think that is a 50-point lead.
That is a 51-point lead.
Yeah,
61,
really nice.
Sorry.
Is it 61?
That is 61.
Oh, okay. I can't do math.
Yeah, well, you know, NA education, Florida education.
That's why you're here. So we've got, for the individual scores, Slendy here, going top frag of the game. He has 43 kills, 25 deaths, 30% HSR, and of course, high team assists as well. Damage assists at 25.
Sunny keeps saying he's the support player for BHOT, but I saw him fragging out on both these maps.
Yeah. And honestly, I haven't seen him too many times caught out by himself, so I think he is a support, kind of a support player as well. You can definitely see from his damage assist that he's been with the team the whole time. And then, of course, you have DBO going +17 net, 38 kills, 21 deaths, 32% HSR as well, which is impressive for LAs because they usually go for a lot of hip fires, a lot of body shots. So really nice to see there. Him and Liddy both getting 12 and 15 damage assists together. More team play just from the roof there. Really nice to see. And then, of course, we have James, Richard, both going about +1, +2, and Sand going +10. Overall, super, super good game for the BHOT guys. DDRG side, unfortunately, most of them going negative with the exception of Simple, going at 30-30 kills and deaths, 40% HSR. You could see they had some good amount of damage assists as well, about 20 less than BHOT, but you know, it can happen like that, where you're trying to get these setups, but BHOT might just get those picks beforehand, and I think that's what you saw a lot of the times. BHOT just getting those picks before they push, and then when they push, they catch you out of position. And then, of course, when BHOT does finally get that spawn aggressive push and that hold, they really started racking in the points. That's when you saw that score difference go up. So incredible game there, incredible show by BHOT, and congratulations to them for winning the 2 maps there as well. I think we have them in the lobby down there.
We do. Let's swap down and go for an interview.
Where are they?
Because
actually?
I don't think.
Yeah, they
just
can't.
Below us, Gallus.
Here, why don't we?
Can you drag them up? Because I cannot.
See. I might be able to.
User was moved to your
Oh,
channel.
there they are.
What up?
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
So we've got, looks like Doc P, Dirtle, Slendy, and San here, a little stacked on the BHOT side, but we do have everyone here. We want to talk a little bit about the 2 maps. Let's start with the one that's fresh in the minds for everybody, Aiken South. You guys really started running away with the points there on the second half. What happened there specifically? What sort of clicked there when you guys really started going ham?
I mean, really, the first thing is that we were all feeling it individually. We were all popping off, and we knew that we could push aggro into the other team's building because it had been working out. You know, every single time we pushed, we just locked them out, and we just sort of stacked up Deathball together and just pincered them every time they tried to push, like dropping their spawn.
Okay.
It just came down. I think it came down to we were winning our fights like, almost every time.
We played it like pickups and actually worked that time.
Yeah.
We'll just run in there
Just
constantly.
W1.
I got a point at Slendy got jealous because I was taking my kills,
Actually,
and then so he TK'd me to take my other kills.
So this is
I
fake
think you
news.
deserve that. Say.
Yeah,
You
quite
are a
frankly.
known
if you
team
look,
killer.
If you look at what happened before, I was fighting in the window. There was me, Sand, and I don't know who it was. I think it was probably James because he's the one that usually gets team killed. And I saw Sand kill him, so I was like, oh fuck, got an eye for an eye, so I killed Sand.
That makes
I
sense.
think
That
that's
makes sense.
fair.
I had to stalk him to make sure he wasn't prepared.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
well,
think
so
that's only
James got
fair.
in the way. That's not what happened. James
That
purposely
sounds
got
like
in the way.
excuses.
Yeah,
I
dude,
do
no
not
team
trust
killer.
this man.
Typical Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a match with the BHOT team if James doesn't get team killed. So
Yep.
For the Doc P guys, I do want to talk about your opener there. what exactly was going on there? Were you just holding back because you knew they were down a player, or was this more of was this an actual strategy just holding on one building? Because we saw it a couple times in the match later, but it was just a strange anomaly to see. For the first like 2 minutes or so, nobody really moving.
I'm gonna
Gallus,
correct the
really
record
quick, can
real
you
quick.
switch the scene because this
Oh, yeah.
the score just disappeared. Thank you.
Gallus, I'm gonna correct the record. We were down 2 people for the first couple minutes. Liddy wasn't back either.
Yeah.
I was taking a shit in my ass.
Yeah, I
thank
came
you,
back from pissing with 10
Okay,
seconds
let Doc
left.
Pete
Same.
talk.
Yeah, we didn't really. Usually, I like to play that for people that actually like push, which you guys usually do. But we didn't really get the fact that 2 people weren't there. We thought it was all okay, but then nothing happened, and yeah, I don't know.
Did that actually throw you off? Because we were speculating if it threw you off or if you were fine with it.
No, probably like it probably threw us off. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
But that's
So
not,
winning
that's
the
far from why we
psychological
lost.
warfare by accident.
Yeah, a little bit there.
Yeah, our side, we just made the call, like, we're down 2 people, like, we can't push, just hold in our building. If, we don't expect them to push, because that's just not something that we usually see, but if they push us, we'll just do as best we can.
Yeah, no, I felt real stupid after a few minutes because I didn't get that.
Well-
we all gotta piss, So kind of comes out, and you gotta.
I mean, honestly,
Where's Liddy?
if Sane was
get
saying
Liddy?
that, if Sane or Liddy was saying that in Yell chat, I wouldn't trust them either.
Yeah, I guess it was the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, it was me. It was
Yep.
me and James, though. Me and Hamas were like, hey, they're not here.
Yeah,
Hans.
but
Can we get Liddy in here to
No
do a little
trolls.
piss thing?
No.
Why?
Let's
Hey,
talk about.
Shocker, can we get a weather report from
Wait,
San
hold
Antonio?
on.
Oh, hold on. I think we've got. Do we
Oh.
have a weather report from Shakhtar?
Yeah, we have some updates, and actually, Sane's here to corroborate this. Sane no longer best player in the world thanks to Richard's incredible performance. Do you have any comments on that, Sane?
He was always the best. Like, you guys are just fucking stupid.
Yeah, honestly.
Not sure what you're
Idiots.
talking about here. I've heard you boast many times off stream, I should add, that you are the greatest player and you can't be touched by really anybody. It's crazy to see you're kind of like turning
Can you,
around
like,
on.
shut up, dude.
What's going
Like,
on
why are
here?
you?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
no.
guys.
Stop,
Yo,
dude.
Sam.
Shut up.
Yo, you're gonna tilt him. Stop.
Oh, he's getting
Yo,
mad.
Sane.
When are we not hanging up?
Bruh.
So I do want to talk about Paris before I let you guys go. Paris was a lot closer overall. What was the strategy going in for Doc P first on Paris? Because it seemed like you guys were so close there.
Mostly just hold our building, try to win that ladder assault fight, and pay attention to the flanks. Yeah,
So-
it wasn't anything special.
Okay, so pretty much the same thing. I'm assuming that's what San your team was going for as well, but even just hold L, go for flanks every now and again. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like you and Essing were like dropping together constantly as LA, and it was honestly surreal to me. Like you guys would like be like right behind each other with some shadow clone jutsu shit, and honestly, like one of those coordinated dancing videos,
Yeah.
There
was
I've
a
never
couple
seen that
times
before in my life.
when I was in bottom out and I was like chilling. I pushed in, was probably spotted, but I was like, all right, if a heavy comes, I'll blast him. And then 2 fucking LAs just kind of went past me.
ballerina into the
Me like,
fly
oh.
through the air at you at the same time.
It's a really nice team play there by
I was
by
like, oh my
DDRG.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that
had to
was
switch out,
that was amazing
yeah.
to watch. Actually,
Yeah.
I had so much fun watching
Yeah.
the roof.
We had to switch Dizzy out at the half because he changed his sensitivity before the game and just was not.
Yeah,
feeling
Yeah,
that was
he
actually my
didn't
next
do that.
question. What
Yeah.
was going on with Dizzy there? Because I
Yeah,
know
so
he's a
he
strong
changed his-
player.
Yeah, so he changed his sensitivity right before the game, and then at the half, was
Smart
like,
play.
guys, yeah, at the half, he said, like, guys, I changed my sensitivity and I'm feeding, just sub someone else in.
Yeah, we got a DVO and things.
Yeah, that was the
It was-
most
it
words
was
I've
weird,
ever heard him
'cause-
talk in one sentence. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Dizzy, like that's Paris is Dizzy's map. Like, he always
Yeah.
does well on it. So it's like, oh shit, if he's not, then something's
Yeah,
up.
Paris is usually just me, James, and San, like running out of the building, getting a couple kills and just lighting a ton of people, and then like disappointed older brother Dizzy's in the building cleaning up. So it was
Boomer
weird playing
Dizzy.
without my big bro.
And then Turtles, of course, is on point, like a disappointed dad, reeling us
Yeah.
back in.
Meanwhile, the Zoomers are just running around like, there's 2 bottom fuggies.
Sounds,
Well, it seemed
sounds
like the
accurate.
Paris match played out while just focused completely on the L for both sides. We didn't flank much, and nor did they. with Yola and myself battling over the point, with me being able to hold him off, capping it the first time through with some luck. But it seemed both of us still struggled to get kills because there was nowhere else to go on the map other than the L. And with the amount of flanking and dropping that happens in the L, it's not particularly a safe place for bolters.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess in general, that's seemed how the fight there on Paris worked out, as well as, you saw as soon as we got the cap there on that second half, Yolda switched off Bolt. So they just completely stuck 6 guys pretty much to the L building, which I guess it limited, I guess, the killing potential for bolting a little bit.
The other thing on the second half of Paris, we like at the very end, last minutes, we knew that we were up by just a handful of points. So
I think it was 2 points at some point.
we were up by a tiny margin, so we just decided to not push into it. There was only a minute left.
It was really hard not to. Like, every vein in my body was.
So
even at the end, we just ran in anyway.
So you guys were actively aware there at the very, very end when there was only like a minute left and there was only a few points difference.
Were you guys aware as well, Doc, how close it was?
Yeah, after there was that, like, you got like a nasty spawn lock for like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
We just had people not go in the way.
Oh, but like about 1 minute left. There was about 2 points apart, and both teams were just having a passive standoff. You can go watch this back on stream.
This was an incredible moment.
I couldn't do it.
So exactly what happened is
we thought you both knew.
I knew that we were up by like a very small amount. The guys that were there I said, "All right, guys, we're barely winning. Just play like bitches, and then we'll wipe them if they push."
I
I
couldn't hold it back at the end.
Yeah, and then we pushed and got a bunch of kills.
Ironically, San, your crossfire angle there is what seemed like it saved the day and ensured the victory for BHOT. Was that like an active thing? Like you were telling your guys on the roof, like I'm gonna have this crossfire in a second. You can get aggressive, or what was going on there?
Not really. I just felt like peeking, and I saw 2 dots on the roof. Just look.
Yeah.
super lucky there, because you basically. And again, you ensured that victory with that crossfire.
Sure, dude. Whatever you say.
Okay.
At the very
Rich,
end,
that's better than
like,
you. Shut up.
We heard like there was 20 seconds left, and we were up by 7 points. We said, okay, we can't feed hard enough to lose. Just run at them.
Also, for Aiken, like huge shout out to DBO and Liddy. Like they were insane together as LA. Like you could see like DBO got all the kills, but Liddy was like assisting in a lot of them. And Liddy got so many spots off as they were like running to the building. And it just ensured that DBO could like drop on someone and get a kill and fly away. Like it was insanely good like teamwork between them. They weren't even like trying to do teamwork; it just happened. And honestly, it's just that synergy, I guess, with that double LA. Because they never really played together before, but they were honestly insane.
The other big thing on Aiken is that we just always knew where the other team was. Like there was never a time. Maybe one guy would go off on a flank and catch us off guard, but it was always like, okay, we know their LAs are here. We know all their heavies are in this building. Like, just pincer them and kill them.
Yeah. Also, it's AoE time.
Yeah, shut up.
Wrap it up.
I want to go play the Vampires.
All right, well, let's go over the for the calendar for the rest of the night. I think we've only got one more match. That's right, actually.
Correct.
So the last match of the night is going to be B-Way versus Bax. That is going to be in about 30 minutes. Yep, 30 minutes. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And then tomorrow is the final at 18 UTC, hosted by me and Addy Pick. So make sure you tune in for that as well. But yes, 30 minutes. We're going to have B-Way versus Bax. Stay tuned for that.
30 minutes and casted by Batty and Monkey.
Yep, Batty and Monkey.
Bad news.
Should be good.
Dude, we gotta. Do we want to AoE? Or do you want to like support Greg?
We can do both, dude.
So you gotta support. Dude, I have to focus in AoE.
All right, we're gonna put this on the post splash screen. Thank you guys for watching. Again, stay tuned for about 30 more minutes, and we're gonna have one more match for the night, and it's going to be very exciting. It's gonna be B-Way versus.
Oh, there's a change of plans. Cross-plans saying
Batty is not casting.
Okay, who's casting this then?
Monkey and Crossland should be good as well.
Oh,
Monkey, Crossland, and Shockdog.
Ooh, I don't know about all of us.
me,
I'm gonna go take a
Shocker,
shower.
Monkey. Let's all
grab Liddy, yeah.
Liddy.
Yeah,
Let's
Liddy,
all
hop
go
in
do
there.
it. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. 30 more minutes. Bye-bye.